evening and welcome to the last Tuesday with Todd of 2025. Of 2025. We've reached the end, folks. It's a time to reflect. It's a time to look back. It's a time to look forward. We're talking Valentine's Day designs tonight. How about that? How about that? I know people are pissed about that. Oh, it's not even New Year's. You just got rid of Christmas. Listen, Christmas started in like August for a lot of us. So we can start Valentine's Day on the 30th of December. All right? All right. Welcome one, welcome all. How are you guys doing tonight? Let's go through how we're gonna work stuff. I'm gonna check in with you guys. Let me know how you're doing. That's what we do. We got Corey over on the press. She's making stuff tonight. Pretty sure she's pressing the shirt. I'm seeing if she's giving me a thumbs up or thumbs down from there. But I can see it in the mirror. Yeah, I can see it in the monitor right there that yeah, I can see that. Are you gonna do those new samples? Have you decided that? Are you doing that? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So here's what we got. We are going to talk. Pilar sent me a message, and now I got to have stern talking to Pilar because I had that on the request for this morning. Just saying, Pilar, it was on there. I'm pretty sure it was on there. Um, so we'll go through and give a state of the union. Here's what's going on, where everything is with it. We do have some updates that I think are going to, make some people happy, and maybe not some other one. I mean, everyone will be happy with it, but we'll go through what's going on with that. Kind of updates on in general on things that are going on. What's going on next week? Because I think we're going to do some. I think we're going to officially launch some new stuff next week. Eek! How's that exciting? And then we'll wrap it all up by pressing the design. We'll show you in the Corel. I'm going to show you how to change some colors around in it, how to do the mockups, how to do that part of it, and then we'll get into it. One thing to remember: if you have not signed up for the Wizard subscription service, you have till tomorrow to sign up for $29.99 a month and to get your $29.99 a month back in digital credits. If you sign up after that, guess what? You're not going to get those. So, yeah, we got to make sure that if you want those credits, that you get signed up for it, because that goes away. And I don't want to say we didn't tell you. We've sent out emails. We've made posts. We've done that. We've made sure that everything was taken care of. Because remember, tomorrow, the other thing to remember is tomorrow starting the afternoon, because tomorrow's only a half day, and then, man, they're off for like 37 days or something. It's like Chinese New Year over here. They're off till Monday. I know a lot of people are off. So half day tomorrow, off on Thursday, off on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So they won't be back in the office until Monday. So remember, if you need something, don't expect something right back, because there's not going to be people here. And we still answer stuff, took care of stuff, and got in there, but just we're closed for that side of it. Orders will still go out. The only thing that's closed this week is Thursday. They're not shipping them there, but Friday we'll pull orders. Tomorrow we'll pull on orders. We're doing all that stuff for it. So reminds me tonight, right there. Use that code right there, TWT25, and you're going to save 25% off your Rhinestones, your Rhinestuds, and your flatbacks. So let's check in. Pasha, good morning, good afternoon, good morning. I'm so used to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, we will do a show tomorrow morning. That's that. So good afternoon, good evening to you. Did you get your Romeo? Your Romeo, should have been delivered. When should have that been delivered? From between last week and tonight's show, right? I'm almost positive it was there. So checking that. Jocelyn, good evening to you. Happy New Year's Eve Eve. That is right. Happy New Year's Eve Eve. Russeline, hello to you as well. Rich, we're doing good. We're doing it. It is we had like that 50-degree temperature swing, and it's crap outside, and I think a pump went out in the hot tub and stuff's leaking, and so that's always awesome in negative temps. Take that out of the equation. We're doing fine. I'll look at it when it's sunny eventually. Eric, good evening to you. And Miro, hello to you. Sharon, hello. Debbie, hello. Hope everyone had a good Christmas and got to spend time with family. Absolutely. We're so quick to move on to the next thing that we got to take time to look back. Hopefully everybody did have an amazing Christmas. I think we're done with Christmases now. As far as we had, ones, between Christmas and Sunday. We had multiple Christmases, but I think we're good now. I don't think we have anything coming up. Now it's on to New Year's and then go from there. But hopefully everybody got it. And I got what I wanted, which is the kids smiling, you know? That's all that matters. That's how I get paid. As a dad, you get paid in smiles, and those pretty much covered the credit card bills, right? You're like, oh, smiles for this. And then there's Pilar. Welcome in, crew. How's everyone's Christmas? Glad you could join us. Hope you all had a great holiday. That's right. And just in time for the next holiday. And remember, right click, copy paste this because here's how it's going to work tonight. We're going to do the chocolate is my Valentine design tonight. Everybody can enter in for free right here. Boom, go there. If you place orders during this time, double entry. So double entry, you'll get that in here, and then you'll be able to double down to win for that. So make sure to get in there to do that. And Crystal, hello, and Peg, hello to you. And what else do we have in here? Dolph, hello to you. Hello from Florida. Kathy, how is it from cold Florida? Kathy, let's talk about cold Florida because your cold Florida is not like I know it's cold for you guys. Are you like in the 40s right now? Just for reference, I'm gonna see what we feel like. I bet that's single digits right now. No, actually, we're actually quite warm. 30 degrees and feels like 21. I will take that for it being dark in end of December. Uh, clarifying what? What did we clarify? Did I clarify? Did I do good on something that I didn't know I did? I'm glad. I'm glad if I did that. Jerry, hello. Jerry, did you get your thing figured out? Remember, you bought transfers. You bought transfers. Remember, I had to invoice you for those. That's what that invoice is for. Cheryl, hello to you. And what else do we have here from freezing Florida? You people in Florida freezing, right? Is it really freezing or just cold? It's not a link. It is. If you right click, copy paste, isn't it? It isn't. It isn't. It should be. Copy responder link. Put it in here. Go in here. Go right there. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go copy it and put it in here and see if I don't know. It worked for me. It worked for me, Jerry. I just did it. Maybe it set in there. Did it work for anybody else? Did everybody else go in there and do it? Let me let me go look. Let me go look. Let me go look. And it's working. I know it's working because I can see that there's already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's already 12 people in there. So Jerry, seems like a Jerry issue to me. Just saying. Just saying. Seems like a Jerry issue to me. Right, we're boiling 23 degrees, right? Like that's shorts weather. 37 days. 37 days. It feels, believe me, when you guys aren't around, it feels like 37 days because I talk to myself a lot. Sometimes I send myself messages on other phones, so I have somebody to talk to on that. Credits take effect. So, like, if you sign up today, you get the credits, and they're good for you. Don't have to use them this month. You have like the next month to use them. Then the next ones come out, it's there. So that first one is good for 2 months because just you can get it at the end here. But if you sign up today, you get that. Then you'll also get credits for tomorrow. Credits must be they don't not carry over. Besides that first one, use it or lose it that month. Good on all digital designs that are not going to be either Pilar or crystals. We'll show you that on the website so that we can see it. And like I said, my commitment to you guys is to make sure that TRW is putting out at least one new design a week so you can get new stuff because people are like, oh, I've got everything in here. You don't have everything. I can 100% say that, but you might have a lot. So we're going to make sure that we're going to be pumping those out here. I'm going to really crack the whip tomorrow before they get out of here because I think we've got like I don't know, 5 new ones to get posted before then. So that way we have those going into it. And I think all in all, between Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, and St. Patrick's Day, I think of those new designs, I think we've got like 30 or 40 of them in the pipeline that are going to get done. So we're going to make sure that you guys are set and ready to go with it. Carol, hello to you. And let's see, immediately after checkout, first coupon is on the PDF when you download your wizard. That's right. First one is right there for you. Yes, arrived on Christmas Eve. I haven't had a chance to unbox it. So I'm so excited. I will not say if mine is sitting still in the box, but ours is still sitting in the box because we're waiting to see what's going to happen. And I'll get caught up here on there so we can do it. Look at that. Candace, thanks for making a live today. Well, happy, how do we say that? Post birthday? Post Tumor's birthday? To your mom. There. It worked for you there. It worked. It's nice to see Valentine's Day after 3 months of Christmas. I would go. I'm right there with you. Claire, hello. Let's see. If we signed up for the last 2 months but haven't been able to get recurring to work, we'll be able to continue receiving. Yeah, yep. And Keith, everything should be good to go now. The big issue came when we had people that didn't want to use PayPal. They didn't want to use PayPal. They didn't want to use PayPal, and we were able to fix that by bringing in a new processor, which it's I will tell you as a business owner, it complete sucks when you had money funds that were instantly available, and now funds can take anywhere from 20 or 2 days to they said that the most 5 business days for stuff to come in. So we could possibly go like a week without payment on things, which is awesome. It processes, they got it, and then we don't see it again. Now with PayPal, it was instant. As soon as payments went in, we had access to the funds. Now it's not there, but we got everybody taken care of. They were fighting with each other, and so it can only be done one way. Now I think everything is working fine. So you were all set. You should be all set because you're on that list for it, but you should be good to go with that. And Keith, as I said, State of the Union we're putting out there. We did, um, we did maybe do some coding and some workaround to get a yearly in place. I know the girls are going to be off, for the next 5 days. We're going to work, and we think that it's there. We've got to do a few more testings on things. Hopefully, I can have an update for you by next week. It'll list a little more with it, but then yearly we think will be available. We think we're able to finagle some stuff around, so that's kind of exciting because that's something that was the next phase of what people are wanting, and that's what we're doing for it. So we know that you are going to be all good and ready to go on it. You'll try again? Yeah, try again, Jerry. Try again. Chuck's, what's up, Chuck? Good evening to you. Who's got 46 out there? That is at 46 at 8 o'clock at night would be amazing. I feel like it. I feel like it. I didn't shave. I'm going gray. It's crazy. Beware of those falling iguanas, right? Is that what we got to worry about? The falling iguanas down there at that time of year? Because I know I've seen that for it. Yeah. It was on her phone. Cherry's on her phone. That's why she couldn't get it to work. We got it figured out for it. Yeah, Florida doesn't get cold when I live near Jacksonville. We got friends down there, and they're like, "Yeah, dude, they're nuts down here when it's cold because they're from up here. They're like, this is still shorts weather. It's great for us down here for things, and we get it." Let's see. All but one of the new ones have been posted. Woohoo, working on the last one now. There are lots of questions in email this week. That's what happens when we take 5 days off. Take 5 days off, and everything piles up, and you come back into it. And Monday they just wham, 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 and Tuesday wham, 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 and then it's Wednesday. You think you're caught up, and then it all comes back to it. So yeah, it is. It's part of it, right? We get hammered down for a few days so we can enjoy the time off for it. All right. Let's see. Where else were we? Yes, we'll show that for it, so that way you can go ahead and get in there and do it because that is something there. Let's see. It sucks that they just can't get along with offer both payment methods for your customers. Yeah, it would be amazing, but in that's part of the processing part of it because of the recurring module, and with it being a native module. This I'm going to get techie geeky on you. Shipper Shop is our e-commerce platform. Okay, the recurring module is their own third-party recurring module, which they are perfectly fine with you not having their own third-party payment processor. Right? You can use other payment processors for it, but you can only use one. If you want to use multiple, you have to make sure to use theirs. And once that happens, anything recurring has to go through them because that's what they want. So we can shut that off and go back to it, but then we can't have it. So it's one of the quirks, but everything's still the same with it. We got to make do with what we got to do to make it from there. So should I wait to buy this? No, buy it now because if you don't buy it tomorrow, if you don't buy it by tomorrow, you're gonna lose out on those credits. So yes, get it there for it. Are you going to get more colors of DMC Lilith? Yes. And that's what we'll talk about and how this works for how it works for everything in there. what we're looking at doing in going through. I missed the link for the giveaway. Let me go. Let me go find. I'll grab it again because I have it over here. Actually, I think I might be able just to repost it right here and get it in there for you. So that way, there it is. There it is. There it is. It went in there for it. Where was it? There it is. Okay, there it is. Back to it. Not really 5 days off. When one is a half day and two. Pilar, don't start with me with 5 days off. You got Sunday, you got Saturday, you got Friday, you got Thursday, 4.5. That's weekends. Come on, that's 5 days off. That means you don't have 2 days off a week when you're off. Don't, Pilar, don't. That's 4.5. It's pretty much 5 days. Come on now. Everybody would enjoy that for it. Let's see. Are the new designs under new or all over the site? I think they're all under new or right there on the main page. You know what? Why don't we go look? How about we do that? We'll go over to the Rhinestone world and we'll see what we have for it on there because let's see, here we go, streaming. Let's present and share. We're going to share the screen and we are going to share. Here it is. All right, here it is. So only a few days left to save, right? TRW 2026 subscription pro. All we gotta do is click right here. And what is it going to do? It's going to take us to here. Now, where are we? What are the differences between these two? Well, if you have never, ever, ever had a wizard before, you need to start here and you need to buy the wizard. It's $100 for the wizard. That price is going to go up. So make sure to get it, before that happens. Once you get this, if you look here, big letters as we go through this, right? Here's what it is, $29.99 on the subscription. You're going to get those. Offer expires 12/31. This part right here, I don't know if we can make this bigger. I don't know if we could, what else we could do with it, but it does require Corel Draw graphic suite X7 or higher, right? Right here, not compatible with standard student educational versions. Right here, operating system, Windows 7, 8, 8, 1, 10, 11, right here. Do you see something that's not here? Right there. Mac users, right? It's Windows only. We have it right here. Systems required. Most of it, what is it showing? It's only showing on the home screen. Oh, it is only showing on the home screen. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. For that there. Why is it only showing on the home screen? Let's get back over here. Oh, I know. I know. There it is. Because it popped there. Here it is. All right. We're on the wizard. We got it. We can see it. $100. Right here's what we're looking at. We've got the Design Wizard Pro. You will also need the monthly wizard, the wizard monthly subscription right here. What I was showing it as we go through, and most people read, some people don't, but as it goes through on what your system requirements are, right here, Corel Draw graphics suite X7 or higher is required. Okay, that's what we got. So X7 or higher. So 7, 8, 17, 18, 19 PC version, the 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 there. It's not compatible with standard student or educational versions. And we look through this right here. Windows only. Mac users may use a third-party virtualization at their own risk. So most Mac people know that they have to make sure that stuff is good to go with it, but just making sure that that's there with it. Now, wizard subscription. If you have ever had a wizard, doesn't matter. You can upgrade, and there's no upgrade fees, for that limited time. That's $29.99. When you go to add this to the cart, here's the first thing you got to do right here. Recurring. Yes. Monthly. Once again, recurring. Yes. Monthly. You need to select monthly. If you did not select monthly, it will not sign you up for the recurring. And next month, when your time runs out, it'll stop working. You'll be like, why? And that's why. So, any questions, comments, concerns, that everything with that before we can continue on with stuff? Okay, because we got that move, so we can see it. We know that that's there with it, and we're good to go. And as we look back at this, right? Okay, we go back home. Click on just the wizard right up here. There it is. It's showing us again. There's only a few days left to save. Only a few days left to save. Featured products right here. we've got new designs that are coming right here. Now, when I get asked about credits, what are the credits good for? Okay, so let's click on this one. Salty but sweet. Right there, that says Crystal. You need to pay Crystal. Your credits are no good to her because she deserves to get paid for her work. So if it says brand Crystal right here, see right here, Crystal Ball right there, sorry, cannot use the credits for that. If we come up here and this one, animal cheetah print, because I'm pretty sure that's Paul. No, that's Crystal too. Crystal is on it. Let me find a Polar one. Crystal's all over it. Crystal Polar, what color are you? What color are you? Are you pink? Is that what it was? Are you pink with it? Yeah, there. Polar. If it says brand Polar, you cannot use credits for that. So if it says the brand is either Polar or Crystal, the credits do not work. Now, if it says something like this is the one we're working on right now, I will copy paste that. The Rhinestone World for the brand, credits are good. So you're able to use those credits for it. And like I said, we want to make sure that we're doing at least one a week. You're getting, basically $30 in credit. That way, hey, you can get almost all the new ones that come out for it. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and right click, copy this bad boy, and we're going to go ahead and put it in the comments so that way you can find it down there in the description for it. So when we have that, that's what you can use the credits on, and that's where you can see the stuff. And when we go through and look at the stuff that's on the website, if we're not sure what we want, then you're like, I don't know what kind of design I want and what kind of things I'm looking for and where to go and what to do. Well, hey, that's pretty simple. Because right here, we can come into this and right across the top, we got this thing called designs, right? So we can click on this and you can shop all of them. You can shop new designs and packs, mini packs, full packs, vinyl clip art designs, rhinestone designs, multi-deck. You can pick what you want. But let's go into rhinestone designs. Okay. Rhinestone designs. Oh, whoa, we've got stuff in here because as new ones come on here, they get loaded in here, but you can shop by the theme. When we shop by the theme, what do we have in here? Well, we've got animals and awareness and causes and beauty and shopping and family and word art and so much more. So if we go into holiday, what do we have here? Christmas and Cinco de Mayo and Easter and Halloween and Hanukkah and July 4th, Independence Day and Mother's Day and New Year's, other holidays, Valentine's Day. Well, let's click on Valentine's Day. Looky, looky, we've got Valentine's Day stuff right there. So that's the easy way to find the stuff. Any questions, comments, concerns on that before we get into chocolate is my Valentine. I think we got everything squared away there, but there's that part of it. Kind of walk through the website. State of Union on some stuff before I forget about that. We are looking at a few places for not we don't know if it's going to be a retail location or not, but a different facility to move into. So we got we're in negotiations to see if we can make stuff happen. If anybody knows anything about commercial stuff, it's not just like, oh, hey, let's sign this and go from here. There's a process to go through, and we're going through that process to see if we can find stuff that works for us, stuff that it's really tough to find the perfect location, but we're doing our best to try and do that. And so that's coming along. Other things that are coming along, all right? The Rhinestone transfers, hit and miss, because it is going to be a full-time job. And that's kind of why we're looking at definitely for the location. So we can just set everything there, hire an employee, and then that's part of it. Because I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but running multiple businesses is tough work. And when you're doing a lot of when you're still doing a lot of it, when my day is filled with meetings between all three of them, when it's filled with production stuff of them, pulling orders from it, managing staff, managing customers, managing problems, systemizing things, going through and just dealing with things that don't work the way they should, troubleshooting equipment that decides to not work for it, sourcing products, listening in on sales calls. It just makes for there's not enough hours in the day, so we need to delegate some things out. And so that's where those will come online as we know more about things. Now, was asked about, are we getting more colors of DMC rhinestones? And the answer is yes. We are a few things as we look forward into 2026 that's going to happen. The Korean low lead line is being slowly phased out. And as that phases out, more is going to be coming into the DMC line. And there's going to be some colors that will always be around in Korean low lead, but a lot of them are going to just go away because the colors look nicer and the price difference isn't a whole lot different by bringing those colors into DMC. And the reason that we're condensing that down is because we are bringing in more of the premiums. We got new premiums in, and I think they look fantastic. I think Corey's going to do. What do you which ones are we doing tonight? Do we know what we're naming the one? Do we know what we're naming any of them yet? We haven't really discussed that. So we've got some colors that we're still deciding on what's going to happen. We should have more information for you by next Tuesday at this time. Because next Tuesday at this time, we'll officially launch them. They'll be on the site. There will be the pricing for it. They are limited batches. We will say that. And by limited batches, I mean when we brought them in for what we had to bring them in at to try things out with it, there's probably only going to be like by the time we get through our testing of stuff, going through making designs, doing things with it, maybe 45, 45 10 gross bags. So it won't be a whole lot, but we'll be able to bring more in. And the goal is to build that up so we can have, a good mix of those. And so it'll be the premium, the diamond cut, and then the DMC. So that's kind of where things are looking at. 2026, we're going to focus more on the stone side of things. So we're going to focus really heavy on that premium line, and then bringing in more of the DMC colors. On Diamond Cut, there's colors that we have not sold since we've owned the company, and we're at 5 months, right? 6 months. Bought it in July. Here it is December. So if there's stuff that hasn't sold in that amount of time, it's probably not going to come back in stock. And so where you are managing that, does it make sense to bring this in? Because when you're spending when you're spending lots of money, every few weeks to bring stuff in, it's like, okay, what's the return on this? Or if we're sitting on it for 6 months, doesn't make sense. So you guys tell us your most popular colors, the things that you need the most of, and that's what we're going to focus on because some of it we don't need to really worry about doing. So that's where things are because it's going to be a process, but there is, I think, a lot of great things in the horizon. When we look at it, we want to grow the business. We want to get back to pre-pandemic levels of where it was, and it's going to take some time to get there. Right here as we reflect back on the year, I really do want to thank you all for sticking with us. We really wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have did what we did. We decided, hey, we want to keep TRW around, and so let's go into debt and do that. Let's not pay ourselves for 6 months and do it. Let's not take a day off and do it. Let's all do this just for the love of the game, right? So one day it'll all pan out, but right now this is if you're a business owner, that you put in the hard work, you put in the long nights, you put in the payless days, weeks, months to make sure that everything is there. You pay out of pocket to make the business grow. There'll be a time and a place down the road when I can write a memoir on this whole experience with it, and that some of it will completely blow your mind on stuff. And then some of it you might not blow your mind. You knew you're perfectly fine with it, but those are all things that down the line, part of growing pains, right? That's what we do, and so we're getting through it. But we couldn't do it without you. And when we look at 26, the one is exceptional customer service. I feel we have 100%. Even though we have the same team here, I think we have changed the perceived outlook of that on how it was. I think we've got more customer service compliments than complaints in a long time. Even going back to look at some other, for those that don't know, people post things about us everywhere, and to see where they how that has come about. When we know there's still issues where people want somebody to talk to. Believe me, I'd like that too, but it costs money, and those are goals to be set. The more that we can do, the more we can invest back in the business. But we are doing our best to get back to everybody in a timely manner. The biggest thing is when you're told to do something, do it. Don't do it on your own and then say, "This didn't work, I tried it this way." Well, we told you what to do, you didn't do it, and you did it your own way, and now you screwed things up worse because you thought you knew what you're doing. Don't do that. Follow the instructions that you're told. 2, screen cap everything. If you have issues, screen cap what you're doing. Give the full picture of what is going on. If it's a wizard issue, that's what we have the form for, so you can fill everything out. The worst is like, "Hey, this isn't working. What are you doing? How's it going? We need a little more information from that." The more information you can provide us, the better answers you're gonna get, and that's just life in general. The better questions you ask, the better answers that you get. It's almost, what is it? If you had an hour to chop down a tree, you'd spend the first 55 minutes sharpening the axe. All right. So things that go with it, and you're able to do for that. We cannot use wizard credits for classes. Correct. You cannot use them for classes. Correct. 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 Podcasting live as well as all the other chores. Oh yeah, don't forget that. We go. I forget about lives and I forget about trainings. I forget, that I also have one-on-one mentorship calls with people. I also forget that I have a mentorship group that run. I mean, there's a lot behind the scenes that people don't realize that you do as a typical business owner. How many of you have friends that are like, man, it must be nice to own your business? Yeah, it must be nice to go and work a job and get a paycheck every week and know that it's going to be there. Must be nice to know that when you're done, you can just, shut it off. I don't have to worry about doing anything. So there's the yin and the yang to all of it. But we want to make sure that everything is good to go, and we just keep powering through it, right? We keep doing it because that's what we are, business owners. And most of us, it's always family first. We're making sure that your family's taking care of, your employees are taking care of everybody else. They can eat while you eat the ramen, because that's part of being a business owner. And that's the real truth. I'm never going to glamorize everything like, check me out, my Lambo popping bottles. Listen, you know why I don't want a Lambo? Because I don't want to pay the insurance on it. Like, it's crazy to think, like, oh, a Lambo payment's like $2,500 a month, 3 grand a month. Anymore, for a decent car, you're spending $1,000 a month. So that Lambo doesn't seem out of realm. You give me what is a Strato? The Huracan 4-wheel drive lifted one. All right, I'll take it. Send it my way. But I don't want to pay the insurance on that. I don't have enough time to drive and enjoy it. Work on the business. Work now, enjoy later. That's how it's going to go. All right. Let's see. What else do we have in here? That's excellent. Like premium blues and red. Ooh. What are we showing tonight? I think are we showing? Is there red tonight? No, we didn't do a red. We did a blue. We got a red in, but we got a blue that we're doing. We got a sunburst kind of sunlight sunburst. We'll show that, and the in a pink. So we're going to show that. So yes, we'll be able to do that. And then we'll go to right, Rich. Let's see. I'm not able to use my December credit. It is the same as a November credit when I try to use December. That sounds like you're using the wrong one, because it should be a completely different one. And so we should be able to be good away, get away, get around for that. Yeah, Rich. Email in. We'll take a look and see. Just sign up for the monthly. You can use me the test for the annual. It's coming around. We'll see what we got, Brian. We're working on it. It might be helpful to know what isn't restocking, so we don't start a large job thinking that we can get them. Once we come down to it, we'll know, because that's as things hit their level of, we get notified when things drop below a certain threshold, and that was the reorder threshold. And there was still, a good amount that's with that. That's what we're doing, is reevaluating to see how often these sell. Like, one of the things that wasn't that what with pixie dust was something that we brought in, right? There was only a few of them. That was like one of our first orders to bring in, and we've had to reorder that a few times. So there's things that we're looking at it in Champagne. We're looking at stuff when it's seasonal too. We know that you're going to use more of your reds and greens, in the last half, or the last quarter, and the first quarter, because of Valentine's Day and things like that. So we're looking at all of it through there. Now, if there's something that you need, we can, and it's something that's a consistent for you. So, like, say there's a color that, hey, I use this color a lot. I don't want it to go away. Let us know. We don't have a problem with that. We can say, hey, here's what we need to do to keep it. You're the only one that's buying it. We need you to commit to this, and then we'll bring it in. So we're gonna work with everything in there if we can do. UV rhinestones never go on sale. They are on sale right now, right? They should be on sale. The UV ones should be on sale. That code should be good for it right now. They should be. I think they should be with it. Yeah, stones per season, Valentines, pinks, reds, maybe have special stone packs to cater to season. And that's, Carol, that's one of the things that we talked about doing. And as we get further into stuff, we kind of like, here's where things are with the business and what we want to do. Here's how we want to do it. And here's how we get there with it. And having, we talked about doing the kits before. Well, that takes, it takes X amount of inventory for it, takes X amount of product for it. And we're just not sure where that needs to align to be a right thing on it. So we're working there for it. I love that. I love that. I love the braggers. The braggers make me feel really, really good. They're on sale now. Yeah, they should be on sale right there for it. What? Soon. We're gonna press soon. Corey's asking me when we're gonna press. Yeah. Look at this. Pilar's getting a monitor. I told her how long to get a monitor. And now she got one given to her. I could use another monitor, Brian. Like one right there would look good. Because we got these one right there. Curved one. I'm being my own Starship Enterprise. Just saying. If anybody needs to just spend some, bring down their taxable income, you send me a monitor. I'll take it. Like it says, former support guide saying 90% of my job is just figuring out what the actual problem is. Yes, 100%. When everybody has the same problem, it's a lot easier to figure out because, hey, everybody has the same problem. When it's an anomaly, that really sucks to go through it with it. Yes, old webinars. They can be used for old webinars. Credits can be used for old webinars, not upcoming. So if we were to put on a webinar next Wednesday, we're not. But if we were, you couldn't use the credits for that. Afterwards, you could use it. So hopefully that explains it a little better there. I own a cleaning business. It's super stressful, especially when people don't want to work. Absolutely. When you expect somebody to do a job and they get paid for it, and you go behind them and it's like you have to do the job for them, it sucks. Like when you do that as a business owner, that's part of it. You anticipate people doing a job that you're paying them for. You anticipate things just get done. You anticipate if I'm handing out this project that it's going to get done. If I say here's the deadline for this, you're expecting it to get done. But if it doesn't, then what didn't happen to it? Was it, hey, we weren't able to complete this job because product didn't come in. Hey, we didn't do this because this part of it wasn't done right. There's anomalies that can happen with all of it, but that's GR. At the end of the day, you are a glorified babysitter, and you are a logistics engineer as a business owner. That's what you do. Let's see. Um, I would think our Hall of Fame subscription would allow us to watch older sessions. My other subscriptions allow for on what in in the YouTube side of it. Pretty sure you can, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can for it. Uh, let's see what else in there. I did not. I missed that, Russellane. What was the comment on there? I'll try and catch it here as it goes through it and works out for it for there. There's a possibility of it. In here, Shonda is, looking into 26. There are going to be some things that we are looking at bringing back. And the bigger thing to it is, can we be price competitive with it without breaking the bank to bring it in? And what does that mean? Well, if we sell, say, $10,000 of a product in a year, but it costs us $30,000 to bring it in, that means it takes 3 years before we see, any kind of return on it. So probably not going to come in. So some of the stuff that was brought in that is not selling, like we, without a doubt, 100% could say that there's at least 50 SKUs that we brought up here when we, moved the company from Florida to Illinois that we have not opened since. Never opened it. It's checked in. It's still there waiting to be opened. And that's why we can look, see this doesn't sell. Why are we carrying it? Why is it here? And then you go, how much inventory is there with it? And it's like, okay. Yes, Crystal. Go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and do that, Crystal. She's got the bat line. So she's there. I heard the bump. I looked down. Boom. So yes, we are looking at bringing some of that back in. What it is, I can't give those updates yet because I don't know. As we know, I've always been super transparent with you guys since the day that we bought it. Knowing that we had big shoes to fill, knowing that what we had to do, and then realizing what kind of products that we had that we needed to keep, didn't keep from here. I will keep you guys 100% updated on all of that things for it. All right, let's see what else is here. A third printer, yeah, a monitor and a third printer. I could definitely use more monitors and more printers and more things like that. That way we go from there, and it is there for it. Yes, yes, Draw and the Wizard would be the best, 100%. That's what it. Ooh, 32-inch curved, right? Those are nice. Those are nice. Those are right. I don't regret ours either. Being able to make fun TRW stuff like that, pretty cool. I say that I love. I'd seen it, but I had not taken a look at it 100% for it. Okay, so I think we got everything up there for it. And what I'm going to do now is let's see, we're going to remove this. And, as we're 45 minutes in, we haven't done anything yet, right? Like, I guess I should probably share some stuff and we can go for it. We're going to share a screen. We're going to share the entire screen. We're going to share this screen right here. And now that should pull up here for it. So we'll hide the current schedule. Hudson would like to hold on before we do that. Hudson would like made his sister a turtle that she's going to paint. So that's a little articulating turtle. That's kind of fun stuff. That's just why, you know, looks so fun for the kids. So that's what we'll do. Okay. So for this, we're going to make this bigger. Here's the design that we're going to do tonight for it. And this is chocolate is my Valentine, right? Now, as you get into this and you bring the designs, remember, there's things that you can change about this. You do not have to keep it. This is your design to do as you would. If you don't like the coloring on it, change it. If you want to make this all red, change it. And there's a few ways to do it. Now, I know I'm going to do stuff my way. And if Crystal does not chime in and say, you could do it this way, then I have not done my job and she has not done her job to correct me. Because that's what I do. I do things my way. You're going to do things your way. And that's how we all do this, right? There's no right or wrong way. The only wrong way is to not do it. So here with this one, maybe we don't like the pink and we want to see what this is going to look like as white. Well, we can come in and we can click on one of our stones and we can come over here to our wizard. And on our wizard panel, let's see, let's hide this so that way you can see the thing. In our wizard panel, right here, select same color right there. See that right there? We can go ahead and select that. And what that's going to do is it's selected all of our pink. And then if we can come in, we can change it to whatever color we want. So maybe we want to make it fuchsia. Boom, it's fuchsia. Maybe we want to make it opal. Boom, it's all opal. Maybe we decide that we want to make it all platinum. It's all platinum. Do you want to get really weird and funky? Maybe make it red? Sure, you can do all that. So it's completely up to you. Maybe you want to take all of this and you want to make it all a single one color. Well, we can do that same thing. Is select a stone. We can come back over here to our wizard. And instead of doing same color, we can come over here and right next to the same size because these are all SS10s. So we can select that. Now everything is selected. So if we come in here and we want to say, hey, we want the whole design to be pink, the whole design can be pink. You can do it just that simple with it. And if you're not sure you like that, just hit Control Z and it'll take you back to where you were before. It'll put everything right back to where you had it at before. Now, one of the great features that I love about the wizard is as we go through this, and we see the design, we see everything that's here with it. There's our mock-up feature with it. When you come over here in the wizard, and you have this little tab right here, mock-ups. And you have some options in here for quick products. You have, women's, you have men's, you have girls, you have TRW ones, you have shirts, you have whatever we have in this. Well, we see the shirt that's going to be here. We can select our design, right? So this is where Crystal say, you can do it another way. We'll select our design and we're going to hit simulate stones, which is right here, and this one right here, right there. We are going to select details, okay? So we're going to simulate the stones and we're going to have the details, and this is the image that we're going to use. Now, what's going to happen is as we click this, it's going to take the design, it is going to simulate rhinestones in it. It's going to tell us the amount of stones and the color stones that we have all in one as it processes this. And now the first time you process it, and the first one that you do, it does, depending on how many stones that you have in this, it can take a second or seven to do. That's part of the process. Once it's done with it, you'll see it'll pop up. And here's what it did, is it gave us a mock-up on this shirt, and maybe we don't like how some of this is, right? So, you know what? On this, I don't want a background, so I'm gonna come in here and we're just gonna make it a pink background because I like pink better. And instead of being the white shirt, maybe I want a gray shirt. So I'm just gonna select the shirt, come over here, and I'm gonna select a gray. Oh, we're gonna change it there. Maybe not so gray. I just want a little gray. There it is. Now, I don't like the placement, so I can select all of that, and maybe we're just gonna slide it down just a little, right? And that's where that is. And if we zoom in, we can see, look at those. It made it all look like rhinestones. How sweet is that? But the cool thing about this is right here. It tells us how big this design is. This is a nice hefty design, kids. 11 by 11 roughly, right? And we're using some stones, right? We're using 1497 mocha and 784 pink. So we are rocking and rolling and doing a sign with this. And in our mock-ups, they're color changing mock-ups. So we can see where it kept the same image there, the same style of the shirt. You want a blue shirt? Cool. I don't know about a blue shirt. That doesn't look the greatest on a blue shirt. Yeah, you want that color shirt? Fine. We want a red shirt. Ooh, red's a little wild that we can do with it. But you can just change the color mock-ups on it. Super simple, super easy with the wizard. Now, with this, the other thing is, say we want to send this to our customer, right? We want to send this over here and, hey, here's the design that you had me create for you. Here's the mock-up for it. We're using these stones. Here's the size for it. Well, if we select it all, and right here in our export tab, we can name the file, and this is going to be choco latte 12:30:25. How many people on Friday are still going to type 25? I will for at least a few days now afterwards. But you can export this as multiple different file types. So if you were a designer and you were doing, especially digital designer, where you're putting products on Etsy, on Creative Fabric, any place that you're selling your designs, it can be a pain sometimes where you got to save this off as a AI, and so the PNG, as an EPS, as a CDR, as a PDF, a JPEG, everything you want to do. Well, in the wizard, you can come in and you can click all of these that you want to do. Corel, I can version back to 16 for Pilar to make sure that she can open it, even though that she has a new version that she hasn't installed yet. And I forget, and she reminds me, and we played a little banter. If you would send it this way, if you'd open that way, it's a fun game to play. But you name it, you do it this, you hit export, and it's going to do its spiel. And where it's going to do is it's going to save to wherever you want it to save at. And what does that mean is here, once it's done, we'll see here, there, it just saved for it and did it here. When we look right here, as we click on maybe, oh, did I break it? No, did I break it? I did break it. Hold up a second. Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't stop. Get it. Usually, I broke it. I broke it. What is it doing? I'm not sure what it's doing because everything says that it's working fine. Everything's here. Now I'm gonna go look and see if it saved that file because I wanna look and see if it saved that file. And then we can go over and show while that is here, because I saved it over here. Did you can't see, so we're gonna see if it saved at 749. Yeah, it did save it there. It saved it in chocolate. It saved everything there for it. And what I'm gonna do is I can bring that on the screen. You can see it where in my file that I had it saved on, there's chocolate that it saved it as. It saved it as the JPEG. It saved it as the EPS. It saved it as EPS. It saved it as the SVG, as the AI, and there is where it is. And our images in our image file. Oh, that's a new one. I'm gonna look into that and see why it saved it that way. But we can see that it saved all the different file types in it. So we can see that that works just fine on it for it. Now, Corey's giving me the evil eye. It says, "Come on, get to it, sir. I've got stuff to do." And she doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't have stuff to do because the kids are off break this week. So she wants me to add this to the stage, and she wants to make it. So here's what we got. All right. Here's what we got. We have chocolate is my Valentine. The color choices are we going to look and see is we're going to use mocha. We're going to use mocha. Flip it over into the mocha, which is a brown. Now, mocha we have available on both the SS10 and SS6s, so I dig that, right? Because we just got those in for it, right? Right.
I think so.
And then we've got what's the other color? You just need two quarters of that. You're going to need multiple. You're going to need probably all three of those bags because in fuchsia, we're going to do fuchsia is what we're going to do. We're going to do fuchsia in the brown on this. Now, when we go through and look at this, here's some tips when it comes to rhinestones, right? To brush your stones in ease here, make sure for your SS10s that your stone size is set at 0.135. Okay? 0.135 is going to allow your stones to brush in easier. Now, the other thing is she did give me the Jocelyn, she did give me the wrap it up sign, like, come on. So having your stone hole size set to 0.135 will help the stones brush in easier. The other thing is use way more stones than what you think you need. The more stones that you have, the easier it's going to be to brush in. And the reason it is because the holes, it allows it to fall in there. And how does it work? Well, there's a facet on a stone that's not a flat side. So that will roll into the hole. Well, as another one that does have the flat side bottom comes across that, it's going to take the guy that's upside down out and it's going to push the other one in there. I must have forgot something or did something because now she's breaking out the tweezers. Everybody give a hand to Corey for using tweezers and not scissors because that's a running joke that we're going to have there for it. But here's what we got for it. So she's going to brush these all in for it. Are you going to do two separate transfers? Or are you going to do one transfer when you do it this way? What?
Two separate.
Two separate. Oh yeah, you have the microphones on, so we can hear you.
Well,
So don't
why'd
swear.
you say, huh?
Yeah, don't
Did
swear.
you not hear me?
If you don't want to talk, don't talk. You don't have to talk. That's fine.
Can you hear me?
But with this, and you can see Corey can, Corey decided to be festive today because there's nothing like after Christmas wearing, the sugar skull, and that's the glow in the dark sugar skull that we did. She today as we were coming back from dropping stuff off, she's like, "Look, you can tell where my seatbelt was because it was blocking the sunlight, and so part of her shirt was glowing, and the other part wasn't." So just fun there. We wear our own stuff. As far as what we use to cut it, we use the Graph Tech. You can use a Cameo, you can use a Romeo, you can use a Juliet, you can use a Cricut, you can use whatever your cutter of choice is. The biggest thing when using a cutter is that what our settings are that work for us may not work for you. Everybody needs to test. Everybody has their blade set a little different. Everybody has their cutting strip is a little more used. Everybody has their speed a little different. Their what am I missing with that? Their blade depth, how old their blade is. There's so many factors that go into it that you just can't say, hey, use this setting and you're going to cut perfect every time because it's not going to work that way where it doesn't there. It's a good, if you look on the site, we have rough estimates on here, use it this way for it, but you will have to test, do test cuts on it to see what works because you want to be able to pull from there. So now on this one, as you can see, it's just light circles, you know, brush in and out. Don't get super crazy with it. You can go ahead and, it'll go in. Trust us. Trust the process. I know it can be a little, a little intimidating, new, but
It's a little
hey, it's
trickier
not.
when they're brown and you got a black background.
You can talk a little louder so we can hear you.
It's a little tricky when you got brown stones and a black background.
I still didn't hear you. Something about brownstones.
Does your phone thing not work?
It is, but you're not talking right at it because remember it's on the back side of it, so it's not there. So,
I said it's a little bit harder to see when you have a black background and brown
oh,
stones.
yes, that totally makes sense. The black background is a little harder to see where the stones are versus where they're not. Totally get that. So we need a whiteboard. So when you're doing this for it, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I have to get some wireless mics so that way we can make this all work through it. But as we go through this design tonight, we are going to give away. You can go sign up. Got it. I will go ahead and put it in here again. If you have not registered, you can go buy it right here.
Thought I had
So you can
stuff
go
open.
buy it right there. And where the see she's looking. You got to do the angle. The angle. That's how I have to look at it. Like, what's the angle of this? Anybody else do that? Where you're like, you have to not necessarily look at it from the top, but you got to kind of look at it from the side of where is this at? What am I? How do I? Where? Oh yeah, you got to kind of have the angle on the side of it. So there's where you can go buy the design at. Here is where you can go register to win. What do you mean register to win, Todd? What do you mean? Well, everybody who fills that form out, you're going to be entered to win. And what we're going to do is we're going to give away these templates, the two templates that we use to create this design tonight. If you are a winner with your next order that requires shipping, prizes must be claimed within 2 weeks. We'll go ahead and include this in your package. So that way, boom, you can go ahead and make this and you don't have to cut it out. It's 2 foot of flock that you're going to save on it, and we'll include it in your order. If you place an order before we draw, double entries, double entries. So we'll send this to you, and you're going to be set
All right,
in
I think
there.
I got them all. Maybe.
You think you got them all? There's only one way to find out, right? Well, you'll find out when you're missing
All
stuff.
right, now I gotta figure out where I set the tape.
What'd you do? You lost the transfer
No,
tape. She
it's
lost
right
the
here.
tape. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not picking on her. I promise I'm not picking on her. You want to know why I'm not picking on her? Because she makes the rules, man. If I pick on her, she'll let me know. She'll let me know I did something wrong. So I try. Ah, Jocelyn with the
Oh,
funny
I just
jokes.
moved a whole bunch of them. That did not go good.
What did you do? You didn't. You screwed
I
it
went
up.
down from like the middle, and there's stone missing there.
Yep. And see, these are the things that happen. Corey tried being fun and doing something the way she doesn't do it, and she didn't commit, and some stones moved, and now
We're
she's
gonna
gonna
move
have
them
to use
back.
her nail. What?
So we're gonna move them back.
We're gonna move it back. And Jocelyn says she's no doctor, but wouldn't your glasses work better if they weren't on top of your head?
No, they're holding my hair back.
They're holding her hair back.
No, they're
What's
for
more
they're for.
important?
See, there's a bunch that I missed right there. No, they're for seeing distance.
So she's got these weird glasses now that I don't know. I'm
No,
not
my
going to say that.
contacts.
I'm not saying that she's elderly, but she's now got like bifocal contacts or something.
No, they're multifocal.
There's some weird stuff. I don't know. Eyeballs weird me out, and when you have to put glass in your eye, that just does not seem like a smart idea to me. Like if you're not supposed to stick anything in your ear, why would you put something in your eye? Just saying. So yeah, it's been an adjustment on what she can see and not see and how she cannot
I
do it.
can
It's
see
something
better
new.
up close without my glasses.
Multifocal contacts. Is that what they are?
Yes,
Yes, Gloria. Gloria said
I
multifocal.
said that, but I don't think you heard me.
Yeah, multifocal contacts are the best. Yeah. Corey's just showing us these teachable moments. And here's the thing: is it's real.
I've
Like
got a whole bunch that I didn't that I missed.
she missed a bunch. What really upsets me is when people do things and then it's always perfect every time. And because when you watch somebody do it and it's perfect and then you do it and you can't get it and everything, it screws up and it goes wrong and you're just like, what the hell am I doing wrong? Why am I an idiot? Because I've watched 800 videos by this person and they get it right every time. Well, that's because they did 800 videos of it of doing it right and not showing you the 3,000 videos of them doing it wrong. They cut and they edit things, or they will only show live things of quick, easy things that are really hard to screw up. They won't do complex designs. They don't do things that have to be lined up. They won't do things that take thinking or there's some requirement to it. Why? Because those things are difficult. Now, here, this is why. When you do this, this is why you're charging $40 for a t-shirt. Why? You've got some material in this, baby. You've got some cash wrapped up in some stones on this, especially if you don't buy tonight and save 25% by using the code TWT25. You've got to brush these in for it. You've got to do it twice because you've got two different ones. So there is a lot that goes into it. And I want everybody to see the realness to it. I want the customers, man, that, really, that does take time. That's why we got to do it. That's what we have to do. And, that's why we get to charge the premium prices for a premium product because that's what we have. Not everybody does rhinestones. And why? Because it can take time, because it can be, uh, cost restrictive on it. That's where we can charge $150 for, a full blinged out thing. And this is why we need a whiteboard when Corey's doing mocha stones, so that way she knows that she gets
Dude,
them
yeah,
all
I
in here.
don't know what the heck happened.
She's gonna figure it all out with it.
I don't know.
Yep. And Basha said things like this happen even when you do it the same every time. Absolutely. It's part of it. That's part of the process with it. And you learn things too. You're like, how can I make this easier? How can I make this better?
Okay, I
Hey,
think I got it.
She thinks she got them all. We'll find out. We'll find out here after because we still got another transfer to do. We still got another transfer to do. The next transfer is going to be, is she going to look and see if she's missing anything or she's moving it? Yeah, she's giving it to go. She's giving it to go over there.
Hold on, I got something, one that looks weird.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where are we going with this? K2 over. Oh, Brian, look at that. K2 Plus CFC, one roll of film at night. That's a pretty good deal. That is a pretty good deal on a 3D printer. I do that. I'm kind of, I'm like an Apple snob. I'm like a bamboo snob now. It's pretty nice just to be able to go with it. I can't vote. I'd vote for mine. What are we going to vote for? Did I miss something that we're going to vote for? What would look in vinyl for the words? What does everyone think? Informal poll. It would look like a design that has text in there. But that's where you can, like, when you get it, Jerry, go ahead, get it, pull it out here, put your text in there, and make it work. You 100% can do that. You can take that and make it your own design.
Now we can see better.
If you want to change some of the things with it, change the heart colors with it, do whatever, absolutely. Because there's not anything, as far as stone-wise in with the text of that. So you could 100% delete out the text, type in your text, and put it in there. Put it on curves and be good to go with it. So you can show it. Like last week where we took the Happy New Year design and we just rearranged some of it. 100% can do the same thing right in there with it. And Crystal says, Barb, I love how huge this is. So many more options. We do have a lot of options. And that's what we're trying to do is making sure that we hit crazy across the board. Like, there's a single AF one that's on there. And why? Because our daughter's single AF. So why not make her some stuff that she can wear? We're going to have fun with it. We're going to try and make sure that we cover everything for everybody that would do that. It would stay some. I like things abstract and faster. I vote multi-deck too. I like blingy bling, 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 bling. Yes, the design is available for purchase, and I think I just put I think the link is in there. The link is, I'm not sure if it's in the description, but I will go grab the link right now for it and post it again if it did not get posted, so that way you can do that. And I will say for, on my side, a lot of the design work that we're doing as far as TW is going to be rhinestone heavy for things, because that's what we are, is the rhinestone world. We want to make sure that, we want to have those big, bold, big options there for it. Brian, tempting. I'd love to buy some extra room too, right? It's hard to have a print farm with Mr. Shelves for RC, but you can build stuff for the RC car, and that's how you just got to make it work. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and maybe add some diversity to it. There you go. You can add whatever you want. Okay, order the chocolate design, then seen the salty but sweet. So now that too. Way to go, Barb. Way to go. What is isn't the H2C? Isn't that a 3? Barb will be able to help me out on that. Isn't that a 350? 350 by 350 by 350. That other one is big. It's big with it because I debated on that or the P2S. I'm with P2S because I don't need anything that crazy with it. Okay, so she's coming in with the second part of the design here right now with it. And we're using a fuchsia. We're using the fuchsia stones because nothing says Valentine's Day like mocha and fuchsia, brown and pink. We get so much of the standard stuff where it's the red and the white, the red and the white. Change it up. Let's have some fun. This is all about chocolate. So what color's chocolate? Chocolate's mocha. Mocha is what we're going to use for chocolate. So we'll be able to use that in there, and that's what we got there. Yeah, I take elements from different designs and make my own all the time. Once it's converted to stones, it's so absolutely like when I look at this one, I look at the hearts that we're going to be able to use on some other designs. Like here, we use these hearts and some of the other ones? Can we use, things like that? Can we take elements from one to make another one and make different ones with it? There's so much that we can do because we're not tied to stuff. That was part of last week me showing where you can take a design and break it apart and use the different pieces and move stuff around and make a completely new design from something that you already own. You have it, you can be able to get it and just go from there with it. Let's see. Do you have issues with the design stuff? Because when you're making it, you're doing it yourself, right? So you're making the stuff work and fit how you want it to. Man, I love how that fuchsia is looking on screen. Look at the difference between that pile. Just move your hand for a second there, Corey, so we can see, that dark tin when it's actually on there. You see, like completely different, almost a different color on how it looks, but it's going to look awesome together. Now, did you decide what color you're going to press this on?
White.
You're going to press it on white. So we're going to press it on white and see. We don't do that a whole lot.
Well, because I had heather gray, like a sport gray or whatever, but holding the brown next to it will just look better on white.
There it is. So see, we're going to go with that for it. Yeah. Linda's Bamboo Lab was a huge H2D, something like that. Yeah, I know. It was saying it was pretty big right there. Let me know if you ever grow up. We'll work on it together. I'm never going to grow up. I'm going to be a Toys R Us kid forever. Chocolate and strawberries. That sounds good. Hot fudge. There's one of the local ice cream places does a hot fudge strawberry. I don't know what the hell it's called, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm down with it. Oh, actually, that's one thing. When we were going through it, we're like, do we do rose gold? Did we do TRW pink? Do we do fuchsia? Do we do potion? We looked and it's like, you know what? We haven't done anything with fuchsia. So let's show off the fuchsia, and that's what we're gonna do. So that's what we did, because we're showing off the fuchsia. But yeah, potion look awesome. Awesome, awesome,
I really
awesome.
like potion.
What?
I really like potion.
Yeah. Corey loves she loves the potion. You're gonna, and this is coming when it comes to stone things. I'm a guy, like I like what I like, but Corey has an eye way better than mine on things like this. That's why she has multifocal contacts and glasses at the same time. So she can see the things better than I can. But like she's like, I really like this color, and I'm like, okay. And so look for more of the color shifts. Look for more of the specialty colors. Look for things that we haven't seen other places, because she's like, I like how this looks. And what's the worst thing that can happen? We bring it in and it doesn't sell. Okay, we bring it in and it doesn't sell. That's the only way to know. Ifs and buts don't pay the bills. We got to see if it's going to work and go through it with it that way for it. Let's see, and this is for making sure that they line up. I like using the hinge method and stack my flock squares. It makes super easy for me to layer all the colors. Yeah, doing the hinge method and stacking.
I wasn't doing it in front of me out this way. It would be easier because I usually do it like a book, like side to side.
Yep, and what she's saying is she is conforming to my requests to be able to do this, so it's reading right for us. Otherwise, that board would be turned the other way for her, and she would be doing it in portrait mode. She'd be doing it in landscape mode versus portrait mode in front of her. So that's why she's doing it this way with it. H2C, H2D, H2S all have the usual build size. I thought one of them is pretty damn big, Brian. I don't remember which one it is, but it is definitely bigger than the P2S. I thought it was way bigger than that. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm 100% wrong. I know it. One of my dogs, when I start cussing at the computer, she thinks she's in trouble. Mine does that too. He goes to hide in his kennel. Like, what is there? How do the designs not turn upside down in there? Because of the holes. We have the 0.135 holes that are cut into the flock, and as you brush it in there, it flips over from the facet side of the stone, which has multi-dimensional to the flat side, and it won't let it pop back out of there. It's the magic of knowing your settings on for rhinestones. It's truly fascinating to see, and especially if somebody hasn't seen it before and they see it in person, they're like, "What the hell did I just see?" It is so cool. How many bags of the two color rhinestones do you need to make this shirt? Okay, so while Corey is doing that, I can look at this. Now here we have it. For this design, chocolate is my Valentine. That's what she's doing over there and setting it up. We need for the mocha, it was 1,497, and for the pink, it was 784. So 1440 is a 10 gross bag. So you would need at least 2 bags of the mocha and 1 bag of the pink. So there's where you have it with it. 2 and 1 is what you need to be able to pull this one off for it.
But again, it's way easier if you have extra.
What was that, Corey?
It's way easier if you have extra.
Yeah, and you want extra because it's way easier to do with extra for it. Well, thanks for joining us. We do this every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we also do a podcast on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And don't forget, if you haven't got your wizard yet, go get your wizard before the price doesn't increase, but you lose out on the benefits, the design templates right now. All right, so what is that? Why do we have a white hoodie? You ordered a white hoodie.
It's a hoodless hoodie.
What?
A hoodless hoodie.
Oh, yeah. So for any of those that don't know, they have we don't know what to call them. Is it the hoodless hoodie or is it the pocketed crew neck? Because Hattie does not like hoodies, right?
No, Hattie likes hoodies, but it was the only option we had.
It was the only option. We always try. Does anybody else have kids that they do that? Here, try this and see how you like it. How does it wear for a kid? If it works good for a kid and the kid doesn't destroy it, then we know that we could probably use it for our clients. But I love the PC78 PKT is what these are. Okay, so Corey's going to go ahead and here's how we do stones. Oh, it does fits there. And it's on what size is that?
A medium.
Youth or adult? So adult medium, 11-inch design. That's where I got a little spooked at because an 11-inch design, is there enough room? There is enough room to fit it on here, which is pretty cool with it. So she's going to press this first. She's going to hit the chocolate, the mocha.
I'm just comparing real quick.
She's just comparing to see what she's missing. Also can do.
No, this one moved a little bit. So
one moved a little, so that's what we're going to look at and see. So she's going to press this mocha at 325 for 12 to 15 seconds with medium to firm pressure, which I think on that is 80 psi. Is that what that's set at? Is 80 psi?
Yeah.
I think it's set at 80 psi.
Yeah.
So 80 psi is what we're doing on this. And when she comes off from here, it'll just take this. There it is. Slide back over. Perfect. And we can see the indentation. So we know that's there with it. She's going to pull and she's going to see everything stick back behind because that's how awesome it is. And we can see how that's done. She's trying not to burn herself. With it. So there's one. Now we've got that first set done. And she's going to come back and she's going to hit it with the pink. And we're going to see how this thing is going to pop with the mocha and the fuchsia. Mocha and fuchsia is what we're doing on this for it. Oh, that is already starting to look amazing. There it is. So when it comes to, for me, I like doing like this. If there's the stuff that's the outline, I'm going to do the outline first, and then I'm going to come in. And you might have to adjust some stuff down. Some of these tolerances might be a little more than another, and you might, you're going to see.
Pulling it off, it kind of.
Yep, when you're pulling stuff off, things kind of move around. So you're going to see, all right, we just got to finagle stuff. See how we just seen that where she did it, where it didn't quite line there. So we're just moving the shirt just a little to make stuff, scrunch, push, pull, scrunch, push, pull. And I know we've all been in that spot where things didn't fit exactly how we wanted them to, and you broke out the scissors. And you broke out the scissors and you cut it to make it fit a little to make it go where it needs to go with it. So that's one of the things where tight tolerances are awesome, to creating designs. they can create more work for you. So you really want to, make sure that you got, it down. And on top of all this, you want to make sure that you're charging accordingly for it. Like if you're doing a one-off one, hey, that's going to take you some time. Now, if you got 10 of you you're going to do, do they really get a discount? Because the labor in it is the same. You're getting the stuff in it. So she thinks she knows where stuff is, where everything's going to line up, where she likes it. We're going to go through and see. She's going to keep finagling and put it down here. And then she's like, you know what? I'm just going with it. I think you forgot two stones in a heart, in a pink heart. Yep, yep, yep. Right there and right below it. I think there should be two more
You're
stones there.
probably right.
Yep. And that's where, and this is what happens. I just talked to the girls the other day. I think I showed them a video of something, and it was like, or it might have been Corey, where it was like you do something, you look at it, and you don't see any issues with it until you take a video or pictures of it, and then you're like, oh crap, here's where this is screwed up here with it. Here's that. So now she's gonna come back in here, and she's gonna what we just had her do. She's gonna be like, oh, I need to go
Oh,
ahead and she's trying to figure out how is she going to do this. She's like, oh, yep, I'm just going to flip it over and do it backwards. That a girl, resourcefulness. Put those bifocal contacts and glasses to good
listen,
use
I don't
because
have nothing on my eyeballs.
I couldn't see. There's no way I could see what that is. And do you have a reindeer on your fingernail? Is that
Yep.
what I see? Reindeer on your fingernail? I'm not saying I haven't noticed that, but I haven't noticed it, and I meant to say that we have one. So that way we know where it is with it. There it is. I wasn't telling you to grow up. Oh, I was telling Mike. Oh, if I grow, I'm never gonna grow up. Toys R Us kid, baby. That's what I'm saying. I'm never gonna grow up. Oh, 340. So I was close. 340, 320, 320, 340. I was close with it. Okay, so we're gonna hit 325, 12 to 15 seconds, medium to firm pressure, and then we're gonna peel, and then we're gonna check it. Oh, the Prusa, and you pay the extra money to build it, man. Some of those ones that take forever to build. Oh, I'm not doing with that. Oh, the Giga. Oh, that's another one too. All right. So here it is. We went ahead and press it. We can see everything is looking fantabulous. It looks like we got all the stones this time. We look like we did it. She's thinking she thinks she got it. All right, just like a band-aid. Let's just rip it off and see what happens. Let's rip it off and see what happens. Everything is around. Oh, and now, oh, there it goes. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. On a sweatshirt for Stonewise. Ooh, that looks pretty sweet. Ooh, that'll look really good. We'll get over here with the lights and show it off and be able to really pop, lock it for it. And let's see, I'm going to remove this from the screen. I'm going to add me back to the screen. Oh, baby. This would look really unlike a cream colored shirt. Oh, that looks so good. There it is. Oh, the pink and the mocha and everything looks nice now. Let's make it love me. Make it love me. We're gonna make it love me. That's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna go ahead and add some light so that way we can see where it is. There's the light and oh, that's my favorite part. That is my favorite part, to be able to see the sparkle, the sparkle, the stones, everything in there. Now, up close, here's what you can see. You can see there is the mocha, there is the fuchsia. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that, just how it changes through there. Oh, baby. We're gonna have to redo that one and put it on a. I think that deserves to be on a thingamajigger right there with it. Are you still down here, Corey? Did you want to do those other stones? Okay. So as we go through this, what do you think? How do you think that looked? Oh, God, that looks damn good. That looks damn good. Now let's find out, Rustline. Let's ask people. We've got a design that takes 20, basically 2,200 stones. All right, 2,200 stones. So you're going to have two, almost 20 gross stones that are in it. We've seen you have to brush in two things. We've seen that you have two presses on it. Let me know. Where would you be? I know off the top of my head where I'd be for it, but I want to hear where you would be for that with it. All right, let's see. The kangaroo pouch. Oh, I like that. Kangaroo pouch. I like kangaroo. Pocketed crew. I like that. Pocketed crew. I can dig that for it. I love the crew with the pocket. It is pretty. The pocketed that. So nobody likes my hoodless hoodie. I'm down with that. Nobody likes my hoodless hoodie. Yes, you 100% could use a cricket. It's going to take you some time. That's over there. Promotions for the Wizard 2026 upgrade for those that come in late. Absolutely. We can go over that. What do you say? Let's see. Corey's ready to press on the other one, and then we can go in. I'm going to add her back into it, and then we'll go. Okay. She's going to get in here and talk. Corey, these right now. I trying to get ahead of myself, trying to get it here, trying to get her to tell me, she's telling me to wrap it up. We have 3 new colors that we will be releasing. Well, I take that back. We've got 8 new colors, I think. Right?
Yes.
We've got 8 new
16 facet colors
of our premium stones that we'll be releasing next week. And next Tuesday with Todd, that's what we're going to talk about is those colors, and here's with it. And so Corey wanted to see some of the stuff. So as far as color names, don't have color names yet. We're still going through and seeing what they're going to end up being. But tonight we have 3 that we're going to show off. There's a blue, a pink, and a yellowish gold. And we went with color. Oh, damn, that looks good on screen. You need to go more towards down. East. Go east. There. Yeah. That's going to look good. So we've got a blue. It looks like a pretty sweet blue that we're going to have on here for it. And then let's see. I bet she's going to go with the yellow. Is she going to go with the yellow?
No, I wasn't going to put the yellow. I was going to put the yellow and black.
Okay. So okay, you're just going to do the blue on this?
Well, the pink might go on this too. It can
So
go
we got pink. So you guys tell us. You tell us on this. Do we want to do the pink? We're going to show the pink on. We're going to show the pink on gray, or the pink on black. Or see which one you tell us.
I mean,
pink on gray.
Probably go on black too, but
be able to show it off and go through it, and then I'll get back in and catch it there. I think the pink on black is what I would go with too. Yeah, pink on black. Pink on black is what I would go with. Okay. Blue on gray, pink. So blue on gray, and the pink and the yellow on the other one, and we'll get in here. So yeah, pricing. That's what we want to hear while she's going through this, and she's going to do the thing here, and then once she's done pressing all. So we've got a blue, a gold, yellow, and then a pink. No names yet. We'll have all that together for these. Legitimately just came in maybe a few hours before showtime. And it's like, let's put this in here and go from there. Okay, so as we show that off, the design was 11 inches, roughly 11 by 11 inches on the design for it. Let's see. Why? Let's see. That's a request for 325, 15 seconds. Next question is, why do you have a tape measure in your purse? Why don't you? Doesn't everybody have one? Especially the fabric ones. Oh, that looks good. Oh, baby, that looks good. I really like how that one looks for it. Look at David Fritt. You're gonna have to charge 75 break even on that. I like where you're going with that. I like where you're going. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna look really good over here for it. So that way, let's see. So she'll show that one. She's gonna do the other two. So we're gonna have a pink and a gold, yellow gold. I think is what we're still going through there with it for it. Where else were we on pricing there that I'd seen for it? 11 by 11 and a half. Yes. 80 for Tim. 75. Yeah, baby. 75. Yeah, that's where I was at. 75 for it. Love the hoodless hoodies. I do too. Now I want a taser too. Get a taser. Why not? And then bling it out, right? Bling it out. That's what you have fun with it. Okay, so as we're pressing this one, and she comes off. Ooh, let's see how this one looks. Ooh, oh, that's gonna look great. That's gonna look great on it. I can't wait to show it off. So these ones, like I said, we don't have names for these ones yet. These are going to be our premium line of 16 facet stones. So slide it down a little bit further so we can see it. Just remember you got to stay more east instead of west there, so that we can see it. But look for where. That's what I'm doing over this break is building up the categories getting the pictures, getting the stones, getting everything that we have in here. This is how we'll do it. And then we will show all these off, and Tori's probably going to find a pretty kick-ass design to be able to do it. Oh, and we went with their first batch of stuff that we know we would use for us, but as well as what we have coming up between between Black History Month, between Valentine's Day, between Mardi Gras and St. Patrick's Day. So colors that should be able to transition well across any of those themes to be able to do it. So we'll be putting those out there with it. Yeah, holy sparkle indeed. And wait until we see where there it is for it. Wait until I get them up close and have this. Look at the shine just from. And remember, these are just like with normal LED lights, nothing crazy for it, like they're not on the site, they're not anything there with it. And that's where we're going. The gold is even better. Yeah, it is. Wait until we see what it is for it. It's gonna be sweet. So she'll bring those over to me. I will remove this here, and then we'll get the little thing into it. I got the flashlight. Okay. Here is the blue. There's the blue. There it is. And oh. Wait, is it better up here? I gotta find the good sparkle. I gotta go, and that's why I need it to be sunny so I can do this stuff out there because it'll look really, really good. So these are the 16 faceter bad boys. There it is. Oh, the sparkle. Now we have the pink and the gold. The pink and the gold. And oh, these are gonna look amazing in the sun. These are gonna look amazing in the sun. What? Oh, now she says I should have did the pink on the chocolate.
They're on the site yet, so it's hard to do that.
Yeah, and they're not on the site yet. That's why she's like, it's hard to do, but they're not on the site. Now I want to see, since I'm holding the phone just right, can I make that same sparkle on the blue? Yes, I can. There it is. I can make that same sparkle on the blue. So that's what you guys have to look forward to next week. All right. Now, before we do the giveaway, last time, go get entered in that. I'm going to go ahead and post the link once again so you can go get in that. While we'll do that, we're going to go ahead and we will talk about wizard stuff, what's going on with that, how all of that looks. What does it mean? I don't know, because we're just kind of throwing it by the seat of our pants, right? We're like, we don't. What are we doing? What are you doing with it? Okay. So as we go through this, come March, the wizard is going to be, was it 49.99 a month? I think that's right. Let me go find my notes to see where everything is, because I think that's what we had with it. Starting March 1st. Yeah. So regular price of it's going to be $49.99 a month. Okay. Right now, as of today, through the end of the year, which is tomorrow, it is $29.99 a month. Okay. If you have a wizard, if you are a current wizard user, you can upgrade for free, and it is going to be $29.99 a month. Upgrade this month, and you're going to receive $29.99 a month back in digital credits for as long as you were a member. You are locked into that price. You are locked in those credits. Those credits are good for just about everything digital on the site, minus Polar and Crystal's designs and future trainings. I think everything else is included in there with it. Now, credits are use it and lose it. They do not roll over month to month. So they are, for eligible digital products only, not off physical products. Cannot be used on subscriptions. Cannot be used on that. So there are a few limitations and exclusions with it. If you've never been a Wizard user before, you can sign up now for $100 plus the $29.99 a month. One-time fee of the $29.99. If you need multiple licenses, you're able to email in, let us know, and we can send that to you, because it's $100 for 2 licenses. No additional upgrades, monthly fees on that. Now, if we go ahead and purchase that now, you're going to get $29.99. If you wait until Thursday, the first to buy, you can still upgrade from any level. You can still get $29.99 a month. but it is no longer free for you to upgrade from any level. It will be $100 for you to upgrade from any previous wizard level to the new subscription-based model. It'll still be $29.99 a month, but there's no more credits offered. So now is the time to act and make it happen. If you are a brand new user, your cost is $149 for the initial purchase and $29.99 a month. No digital credits. That price is going through the end of January. February 1st, we go up. Monthly fee, $39.99. And that's for both if you're new or existing. Upgrade fee on existing, 100. Upgrade on new users, 149. And then that's all through February. Then come March 1st is we're at our standard pricing and retail pricing for it. Where it's if you're an existing user, $100 upgrade, $49.99 a month. If you're a new user, $149 to purchase, $49.99 a month. No digital credits with those. Also, if you are a previous Wizard user, being Wizard 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, service for that, support for that ends February 28th. So come March 1st, if you have any issues, if you're on an old version of the Wizard and you have issues besides transferring licenses, if you're like, hey, I can't get it through this, we no longer support it. So you will need to be on a subscription model for service. I think I covered everything there for it. Crystal Plar, if I missed anything, let me know what it would be for that in there with it. Let's see. What am I missing? What have I got in there? I think I got it all in there for it. Let's see. Let's see what we have for it. Anything that is won, anything that you win, go. You have 2 weeks to claim the product on it. Are we really big sticklers for that? It depends. Like you can't win something a year and a half ago and say, "Hey, I want to claim my prize." I didn't own the company back then. We have people that just did that recently, like, hey, I need to claim this. We're like, what this, did we miss something? And then we're like, what was it on? And they're like, here, it was in September. We're like, huh? That was September of last year, folks. So you have 2 weeks to claim it and make sure that you have did it for him. All right, let's see. I love that. Yeah, we're in, we'll get, hopefully, everybody cross their fingers that between now and next Tuesday that we have some sun so I can get some good pictures and videos of these because you cannot beat how these things look that in underneath the sun. It goes wild and crazy. Let's see. Let's see. What am I missing in here? They're all talking 3D printing in there. It took me a long time to get that, and now I'm like, okay, now we're good to go for it. All right, let's see. I added to the list. Got it for it. Yeah, now I'm allowed to correct you. Absolutely, Crystal. Correct away. Claim your digital items. It's the SKU, screenshot, whatever, info, rhinestoneworld.com. Claim within 2 weeks of winning. PC only. That is what we're saying. But you know people who are using Parallels and Corel and Windows, and they're doing just fine. So we're not promoting that it's working with that at all. You're going to use it at your own risk and everything that comes along with that. But for the most part, I would do. Oh, Rustling says that she can brush in transfers all day. That's why we love the CAMS machines. It is a full-time job to do it, and so that's what we're working there with it to go with it. Okay, it is 8:34. I'm giving you one more minute. 8:35. We're closing down the entry form for it. If you are currently have something in your cart, let us know so that way we can make sure you get added in. But once I say it's closing, if you say, hey, I got this in my cart, I'm trying to check out, I'm doing whatever, and then we can 100% wait for you. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're out. They can add it to the list. We'll put the stuff in there and we'll be good to go. Now, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So tomorrow it is New Year's Eve. We will have a New Year's Eve show. We will be doing our morning podcast, Makers and Movers podcast. We do that every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, right here. So make sure that you join us for that. We will do a show on Friday too, because hey, I'm still going to work. So we're there. Next week, same thing, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Next Tuesday, we'll have a new design. We're going to do it all in premium stones. So you're going to see that process. You're going to see the new things with that. We have 8 new colors of premium stones, super limited quantity of those. By super limited quantity, like I said, there's probably only going to be 40 45 10 gross bags because of what we brought in, what we're holding on to for ourselves to promote, show off, do giveaway, have in stock to make sure things match for it. Sometimes things happen with orders. I hate taking things down to zero. So even though we might have 50, we're only going to list 40, 45 of them. So it'll be a super limited supply. These are all colors that we plan on keeping. Like as we bring premiums in, as long as they're selling, we'll keep ordering them. There's some colors that we're looking at. It's like there's 7 shades of blue. Do we need 7 shades of blue? Probably not. Can we get away with 3? Something like like a Montana blue, something like this blue, and then like an aqua blue. Yes. Same thing with reds. Do we need all those for it? And we can grow it. So we want to get our base colors in, and that's where you guys are going to help us out. What colors? What are your top using colors? So we can make sure to add to it for it. Look at that. Janessa, I'll be ordering 42 bags of the pink. Well, Janessa, those will be on the site next to these guys right there. Look at those ones. Those ones right there. Are you going to go ahead and get the Rhinestuds too? Janessa ordered last week, and when she did, I know her colors for one of the programs that she does, and I was like, I think this color would look really good for them. I've been known to just throw stuff in people's boxes before to be like, hey, I was thinking of you and I want to see what you do with this. So, but look at that. Oh, look at that. That looks amazing. I mean, both those just look. God, I want some sun. Give me some sun because it's going to look good. Now, up close, if we look, that pink is, kind of maybe a rosy pink, metallic rose. That's there. And in that sun, like that might be sunshine, in that you can see that there is some good. Oh, look. Oh, yeah. Oh, that is fantastic. Fantastic. So, really excited. Yeah, like I said, our goal is we want to push ourselves and we want to be the premier rhinestone dealer in the U.S. And to do that, we got to invest in ourselves, invest in product, and get some higher end things in it. So we're gonna do that. And that's what we're gonna do. I really do like the gold. Yes, I'm thinking the dads will like this. Yeah, why not? I'm gonna do a teaser shirt for him. Yes, that's what I'm gonna see. Peg, did you get it figured out? Peg, little check you out as a guest by chance. Check that out. If not, here's what we're gonna do. Peg, you keep trying that. Crystal, go ahead and add her name to that list, and that way we'll get everything going because we know we'll do it. Let's see. Well, I bought 500 gross OG premium stones eons ago, and then we get you over the crafting page. Yes, yes, yes. It's gonna be here. That's what we need to do. We're gonna get it there, like that. Although the grandkids would love it. Yeah, and that's the thing is like on that pink, it just there's so. This is where I'll need Corey's eye more than mine, because there's ones where I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm like, is this a good color or not a good color? I don't know. And then she sees stuff. She goes, I'd use this for this. I'd use that for that. I really like how this looks. Let's bring this in. And we are trying different ones. This has been we started this process about 4 months ago. I want to say it was September, of like, okay, here's what we want to do. How do we do this? Let's test some stuff out. Let's bring some stuff in. Let's see it as. And we talked with a few of our distributors. Some couldn't do what we needed them to do. Other ones, we've been going back and forth. So it's been a process, and that's part of anything with a business. You process, and then okay, let's bring in a sampling and see if these sell. And if they sell, we'll continue to carry. If they don't sell, it didn't. That we were able to go from there. All right. Now, with that, let's see. I'm going to go into the list of stuff because that way we have it there. Yes, and we got Peggy out there. Okay, good, good, good. So now I'm going to go into my list of things. Where's my list of things at? Where's my there it is. Like, where's my list of things at? So we'll select all of these that everybody is in here. We'll go to the wheel of names. And yes, you can't see the wheel of names yet, but I'll bring in the wheel of names on the screen so that way you can see it and see me add the things to it. And we know everything is on the up and up and nothing is getting, like, oh, here's my winner chicken dinner. So we can share the screen of the wheel of names. There it is, wheel of names on the screen. We can see the wheel of names on there. And then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to add in everybody who has placed an order tonight. You're going to get added in for your double chance on it. Double for it. So first up is going to be for a mini pack of choice. All right, mini pack of choice. That's what we're doing for this. You have 2 weeks to claim it. Send in the SKU screenshot. We need to do info@therinestoneworld.com. You have 2 weeks to claim that. So 3, 2, 1. Let's click the spin and let's see who wins. Here we go. Ooh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Jamie. So did I, Jamie Ellenberger. You have won a free mini pack of choice. You have 2 weeks to claim that. Send in the SKU along, the screenshot to info@therinestoneworld.com, and we can get that added to your account. Now, here it is for the next one. And actually, before I get to the next one, for the 5+ year member winner. So if you're a 5+ year member winner, 5+ year member winner of the Hall of Fame of member, if you're the YouTube member, you also win a mini pack of choice. Same rules apply. 3, 2, 1. Winner of that is going to be Brian Lofton. Brian Lofton, congrats to you, sir. You are a winner, and we've got that shown in here for it. Now, for the final one, we're going to close this. This one, you are going to win the templates for tonight. So both those templates. If you ordered tonight, this will be included in your order. It'll ship out tomorrow. Yeah, everything's still picking up. It'll ship out there. If you did not order, you have 2 weeks from tonight to order to claim your prize. It'll be shipped out there. So in your next order that requires shipping, we will send that out to you. You have 2 weeks to claim that prize. So what do you say? 3, 2, 1. Let's spin, and see who the lucky winner of this is going to be. Oh. Jerry Dyke. Jerry, that's 2. That's 2. You've won 2. You won the ho, 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 and you won this. So you can say it is not rigged, but Jerry, it's rigged. No, it's not. See? Wheel names. Jerry won that. Jerry, with your next order that requires shipping, because you did not order tonight, your next order that requires shipping, we will go ahead and include the templates, Jerry, the templates. There's no mega bling design. There's none of that. This is the templates for tonight. The chocolate is my Valentine. You are winning both of those. So place an order in the next 2 weeks. Make sure to include in your notes section that you were the winner of Chocolate is My Valentine on the December 30th edition of Tuesday with Todd. 2 weeks to claim that. If you come in at 15 days, no ma'am, you got 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks to claim that. Okay. With that, any other questions, comments, concerns? We did Chocolate is My Valentine. We showed that design off. There's that big 11 by 11 design that is still there. Yeah, look at that big blingy baby. Big blingy, big blingy. Oh, there. We're going to put it right there with it. And we'll put it right there. And oof. Look at that go. That's going to look great out in the sun. Can't wait for Hattie to wear that so we can show that off for it. And next week we're talking premium stones. And so we're going to show those off. We'll create a design with it. We've got 8 new colors along with our crystal, because we'll have 10 total colors, because we have crystal and crystal AB in those premium ones now. They'll be easier to find too, because they're going to be, all the premium are going to be in their own category. And we've got 8, so we'll have a total of 10 colors in there. We'll have a crystal AB. We've got a blue, pink, sunshine, and more colors to come. So look for that next week. Crystal, we did the random winner. The random one's going to be chosen through the thing. They got to put it in there for it, because it's still no purchase necessary for it. we'll do that so that way we're able to pull it from there. Random, right? Random. We did random. We did random. That's what that one was. That first one. They got to put enter in there. You just got to go. That's how it is for it. So, any other questions, comments, concerns before we wrap this up? We will be live in 11 hours, right? 8:38, 11 hours, 11 hours and 15 minutes. No, what's that back? 12 hours would have been 8 there. So 11 hours and 45 minutes, right? 11 hours, 45 minutes. That's what we have that. And that way, that what we got. So, anything else? Questions, comments, concerns? Jerry, place an order. Why don't you just place an order tonight, Jerry? Just place an order. Don't forget to use that code TWT25 to save 25% off Rhinestones, Rhinestuds, and flatbacks. So that way you can do that. And what else do we have next week? Next week. Really excited with that. Okay. You guys have an amazing night. I can officially say, Tuesday with Todd, we'll see you next year. The best dad joke ever. See you next year. All right. Until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.